Okay. Okay. Oh. No. No, this way. Oh, hello. Welcome to start of term, students. Happy September 1st. My favorite day of the year. Hogwarts, Hogwarts, Hoggy Warty Hogwarts. I have some questions for our new student. Hi. Miss Nadine. Brandis.
Whew, wow, it's really stuffy in here. You must have like 700 candles.
This has nothing to do with seeing into the future or the sight, which I'm not sure you possess it, dear. But I have to ask you these questions because Professor Dumbledore asked me to. Dear, what is your favorite course at Hogwarts? Other than divination, of course.
Defense against the dark arts. But I don't think I'd be very good at it.
If you could attend any of the ghosts' death day parties, which would you go to? That does not sound like very much fun to me. I think I'd rather stay here in my tower.
Probably Sir Nearly Headless Nick.
Oh, so you do consort with ghosts then?
Although I feel like if Peeves had a death day party, that would be fun. Even though he's not technically a ghost, he's a poltergeist.
Interesting. My dear, if you could pick any Harry Potter creature to be your pet, what would you pick?
I would not want a Niffler no matter how cute they are. My house would be more of a wreck than it is now.
I can't say I've ever had a pet.
Probably an owl. Not to be lame, but I like sending mail and owls are just really cool.
All right. Next, my dear, what would your boggart? What would your boggart be? Oh, that seems like a very personal question. You don't have to answer that. I already know what it is.
My boggart would probably be a gigantic tick. Hidden on my body that I can't find. Or maybe my boggart would be a book without the last chapter. Like the Harry Potter series, but missing the last chapter. That would be my boggart. It gives me chills just thinking about it.
If you could rewrite any plot thread in any of the books, which would you change?
I really don't think that I would change that much. Except for maybe undoing a couple characters' deaths. Specifically one in book 7.
You can't rewrite your future, you know. Or your past. You can only accept it. And accept it you must. Oh, this next question's very peculiar, but who was your most hated person in Harry Potter?
Probably everybody's most hated, which was Umbridge.
Ooh.
Professor Umbridge.
Oh.
Ooh.
And who was your favorite?
I really loved everybody, but I really, really liked Book Ginny. Book Ginny was cool, guys. She was really cool.
If you had ever come to Hogwarts, which clearly you're here, so who would you have dated? You've only been here for a day, my dear. You don't need to have this all figured out. I could tell you who you are going to date. I don't think it's a good match. It's actually quite perilous, but I will let you discover that on your own.
So when I think about the Harry Potter books and the type of person that I was when I was a teenager, I probably would have dated Fred or George. I'm not saying I was a rebel, but I think as a teenager, I had a lot of potential to be more of a rebel than I was. And at Hogwarts, I definitely would have gone for a twin.
Oh, he was not in my class for very long. And who would have been your best friend?
Ginny. I would have enjoyed it a lot. And the fact that I would be dating her brother.
Oh, I see. What is your Hogwarts house?
Well, I know you went through the sorting last night, but I kind of sorted into Ravenclaw.
Oh, yes, all of the blue and silver. I see you, Ravenclaw. How did you feel about Professor Snape? Did you like him when you read the books and when you found out about his secret?
Okay, so I read Harry Potter when not all of the books were out yet. So I read them when you couldn't find out any more about Snape. You just had to spend like a year guessing while you waited for the next book to come out. That wait was very long, you guys. But I didn't like Snape's personality because he was really mean, and I thought he was meaner than he had to be. And even when I found out about his secret, I was like, okay, a lot of this makes sense, but he still didn't have to be so mean, and that wasn't very healthy.
Of course I know the secret this is referring to. I'm surprised you do, my dear.
I did always think he was good. After finishing book 1 and finding out that he saved Harry on the Jinxed broom, I stuck to my guns, believing that he was good the whole time. And even at the end of book 6, which we all know what happens at the end of book 6, I still had my reasons on why I believed he was good. I was really happy when book 7 came out, and I was like, ha! I was right. I was loyal all the way through.
Who is your favorite, Hermione or Luna? I don't have favorites, but I do know that one of them has a dry, withered soul.
I love Luna. I like Hermione too, obviously, but I was not a straight A student. I wasn't even really a straight B student. So that's why Hermione and I probably wouldn't have been like besties. I did like her in the book, obviously, a lot, but I really, really enjoyed Luna.
Do you like the Fantastic Beasts movie?
Fantastic Beasts! I really enjoyed the Fantastic Beasts movie, not as much as the original Harry Potter's, obviously. I really liked it. I think I'm gonna like the second one better. So there were aspects of the first one that just weren't really my cup of tea, but I still liked the movie as a whole, and I watched it several times and listened to the soundtrack a lot. But I can't wait for movie 2 and 3 and 4 and 5.
And what do you think of the cursed child? I always think that every child has a curse. It's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate.
So I kind of have a story behind The Cursed Child. I had pre-ordered it when it first came out in book form, and I started hearing all of these Harry Potter fans say that they wished that they hadn't read it. And after I finished the 7th book as a teenager, I had this idea of what all of the characters went on to do and what they became and just what their lives were like. And I loved my picture of what life was like after Hogwarts. And so when I saw all of these fans who were really disappointed, I thought, I don't want that knowledge to affect like my happy feelings about what happened to everybody. So I never read it, and I have not watched the play, and I probably will not. So it's just a personal preference. I'm not saying that it's bad or it's good or that you should read it or you shouldn't, but for me, I just chose not to.
Do you own any Harry Potter merchandise? Like giant, buggish glasses or a wand, perhaps?
Well, obviously, I have my wand, which I got from Ollivander's. I've got books. I have chocolate frog cards that I got on the train over here today. I have a Ravenclaw wax seal, a whole bunch of Funko Pops. I have this edition of Harry Potter, and then I have, which you cannot see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other versions. Someday I'm going to do a shelf tour, and I'm going to show you guys all of my books and what they are and why I picked the books that I did to collect. That's another video for another day.
Okay, we're down to the last few, thank goodness. So who is a character that everybody loved that you did not love?
Okay, you guys are probably going to want to roast me. But a character that everybody loved that I was not as huge of a fan of was Dobby. I'm sorry! Harry Potter, sir! But why? Why, Nadine, why? I'm sorry, Dobby, I'm sorry. I actually didn't love Dobby, and Dobby annoyed me until book 7. So when I read the books, then eventually Dobby grew on me, and so then at the end of the series I ended up loving Dobby for obvious reasons. He became a little bit more tolerable in the movies for me, and I still liked him. I love him now, just probably still not as much as everybody else. I'm sorry, Dobby.
If you could have one item or food or book from Hogwarts in real life, what would you choose? I have many teacups. You may borrow one of them, just not the pink one.
I would take Hermione's bag with the extendable charm in it, where you could fit like everything, because can you imagine all of the books that I could put in it when I travel to conferences or I go to BookCon, and I would never have to worry about getting too many arcs that I can't fit in my suitcase to bring home. I'm sure after this video I'll probably think of other things that are better that I know that I would want, like a broom or a wand or a time turner.
If you could split your soul into a Horcrux, what would your Horcrux be?
First of all, I would never make a Horcrux, ever.
I'm not sure what a Horcrux is, but this does not sound like a good fit for my class, so.
And even if I did by accident, I'm bad at hiding things.
If you had to name your child after... Oh, my dear, are you
Engorgio!
Boop, 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 boop. Yes, I can see that you are expecting. Are you going to be a muggle, or a witch, or a wizard, or a squib? How exciting. If you could name your child after a minor character, who would you name it after?
Probably Grop for a boy, or Winky for a girl.
I do believe Sybil is a very good candidate. I think your child would have a good aura with that name.
Don't get too close to this professor.
Well, my dear, I hope you have a good start of term, and I will see you in my class in a couple years if you make it that long. If you're still here.
Thanks. That was fun. Happy start of Hogwarts term, everybody! Today is September 1st, which means Hogwarts school starts! So I'm actually going to try to reread the entire Harry Potter series this September. If you want to join me, I'll probably do updates on my Instagram. But I thought it'd be fun to just share a Q&A in a little bit more of a Hogwartsy fashion. Literally. And I hope you had fun. If there are any Harry Potter questions that you wish I had answered that did not get asked, leave them in the comments and I'll try to answer them. So if you want to keep up on my videos about writing and publishing and all the bookish things, please click subscribe or the little bell icon that gives you an email alert every time I post a new video. With that, because I'm a little bit advanced in my studies, I think I shall disapparate.